Welcome everyone to the Ford Entertainment Group iRacing Flea Market race here tonight at Martinsville. This is going to be a 120 lap event here tonight. Winner will take home a trophy, and a random driver on the lead lap will take home a either a gaming headset or 25 iRacing credits. So if you finish on the lead lap in this event, one of those prizes is up for grabs. Really cool benefit of racing here in this league. And this is race number 5, I believe, on the schedule. So I think about a third of the way through the season here in the Ford Entertainment Group iRacing Flea Market Series. And right now these drivers are in qualifying. We're about halfway through the qualifying session. And we are looking right now at Douglas Johnson, who, let's see where he ends up on the boards here. It looks like he's 19th overall. Running a 20.222. Current pole sitter is Josh Bonwell with a 19.116. Really good times here so far here, and these are the B cars. Looks like Christopher McCullough also out on track, and his name is very long. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do about that. We got some interference there on the driver info board as he takes it off the track. Matthew Lee out on track here in the 21 Monster Energy Ford Mustang. Tyler Pluff also out on track, and he's third fastest right now. Puts in a second lap at 19.345. Not quite as good, but still would be a pretty fast time. And we thank you for tuning in here tonight. This is a production by SimCast. We are a broadcasting company, and we broadcast all over the internet. You're probably watching right now either on Facebook Live at SimCast Broadcasting. Go like our page and just check us out there for upcoming broadcasts. Twitch TV / SimCast Broadcasting. We're also live there and live on YouTube. So go give us a like or follow on any of those media platforms. We'd really appreciate it. And we hope to see you interacting in the chat. Please let us know what you think of the broadcast as the race goes on. But this is a production by SimCast, so thank you. Also, iRacing Flea Market is a sponsor for tonight's race and the series this year, so we'd like to give them a big shout out. iRacing Flea Market is a nice posting page on Facebook. It's a marketplace for used or new sim products, whether they're computers, wheels, pedals, any accessory you could imagine. You can find on iRacing Flea Market, or if you can't find it there, somebody there probably knows someone who has it and where you could find it. So just a great place for advice on equipment as well as buying or selling used equipment. So shout out to iRacing Flea Market for sponsoring tonight's race and the series. And back to the main scene. Let's see who else is on track. Matthew Lee still out on track. Just getting some more laps in. He's currently scored 12th on the boards. Kenneth McCullough is out here as well. I think he's just coming around on his first flying lap. Puts in a 19.232. That'll move him up to 4th fastest. So the McCullough brothers, or family members, not sure exactly if they're brothers or parents and children or cousins or something like that, but 3rd and 4th right now, so pretty good speed in that family. And he actually takes the pole with a faster lap on his second lap out there, so a great run by Ken in the 03 Chevy Camaro. And David McCullough still waiting at the end of pit road, has not gone out to take a lap. Matthew Lee still running out there, just trying to get some more experience as he gets pushed further down the boards, now in 14th out of the 27 qualifiers, so right mid-pack. And I believe this is the first time we are testing out our new overlay here on the Ford Entertainment Group. So let us know how you like it. If there's anything else you'd like to see, any more information. Let's take a look at the weather for tonight's race. Track conditions. The air temp is 65 degrees and track temp 65 as well, so that's actually dropped since I was checking on it earlier. But a nice cool day here in Martinsville, Virginia. For these guys, should have plenty of grip. I didn't see anyone really struggling with losing the back end coming out of the turns, so it should not be an issue here tonight. And right now, Ken McCullough Jr. currently scored the pole sitter with that 19.098. Let's see if anybody else out on track. Everybody's still sitting on pit road for the moment. So we'll just keep an eye on Matthew Lee here, cruising around, just putting more and more laps in. And there we go. Qualifying is up, so it looks like Ken McCullough gonna be your pole sitter here tonight. Let's get a view on the grid. So this is going to be a little bit messed up. We are still working with a couple things here, but it looks like Ken McCullough Jr. going to be your pole sitter here tonight with a time of 19.098. So a great lap there by Ken, and congratulations on that pole. Josh Bonwell going to be starting second in the number 56. In row 2, Travis Rucker and Christopher McCullough, also his name running off the edge, but we'll get that corrected. Tyler Pluff going to start 5th, Danny Rogers 6th. Mike Eames going to roll off 7th with Jeremy Crandall to his outside in 8th. Christopher Lewis going to start 9th with David Santini in 10th. Alan Westman starting 11th with Jerry Glenn in 12th. Jeffrey Vandervoort going to be starting in 13th with Matthew Lee to his outside in 14th. Matthew Correa going to be starting in 15th here with Clint Cox to his outside in 16th. Ronnie Royal starting 17th with Kenneth Sager to his outside in 18th. Robert Vormwald going to be rolling off 19th, and Tommy Haynes rounding out the top 20. Tim No going to be starting here in 21st with Douglas Johnson to his outside in 22nd. Steve McGaffey rolling off 23rd with Toaster Strudel, which I believe that is Jeffrey Smith. He's got a nice label for his name. Rolling off 24th. Mike Downs starting 25th with Brett Beasley starting 26th. Brian Vaughn 27th, Shag Nasty, which I believe that's going to be Braden Eames, rolling off 28th. Cole Johnson 29th, Brad Bothwell rounding out the top 30. Jeremy Poole rolling off 31st, David McCullough 32nd, Chad Ross 33rd, Sean Dorr 34th, Stephen Fogel 35th, Timothy Bates 36th, Hale James 37th, and Chris Carmen 38th. And that's going to round out our field here tonight, 38 drivers, so a huge field. And it should be a good, exciting race. Let's get rid of our track conditions up there. These guys just pacing right now. I believe it's going to be 2 pace laps before we go green. Field working down into turn 3. It's going to be the 03, the one to get him going. Green flag is out, and they are off and on their way. That's going to be Ken McCullough in the lead right now as they dive down into turns 1 and 2. Everybody making it through cleanly so far. No cautions yet. And we've got a few interesting rules here tonight. When we do finally get a caution, I'll explain them then. But right now, Ken McCullough Jr. out in front. We'll bring up the ticker here. Josh Bonwell was shown in second there, but he actually scored back in 4th. as they're battling side by side. Let's get a closer view at this. That's going to be the 12 of Tyler Pluff diving to the inside here, going down into turn number 3, trying to make his way around the 56, and caution is out. So just 2 laps in, and we are under caution. Let's go take a look and see what happened. Taking a look on board here with the 14. Oh, he gets hit from behind. It looked like they were checking up maybe in front, but that's going to involve the 9. Let's go back and take a look one more time. Brad Bothwell. One more time going down in the turn. He really just dives in there, gets into the 14 and the 17. 96 involved, and losing a few of those drivers through the replay, but right now showing Danny Rogers as your leader. Oh wait, no, Kenneth McCullough. The timing's kind of jumping around still a bit. I think it's because of the large field size, but Ken McCullough still your leader after sitting on the pole. And I mentioned there are going to be a couple interesting rules here tonight. So let me go ahead and explain those to you guys. They're going to do single file restarts, according to Jeffrey Ford. So that should speed things up here a bit and hopefully less incidents right off the get-go on the restarts. And there's going to be 27 incident points for these drivers here tonight, so they can't make too much contact or they will be disqualified. And right now we've already got a handful of drivers out of the field. And while we're under caution here, I think I'm going to cut to a quick commercial, and we will be right back. And they're already working back to the green flag here as the 03. Ken McCullough going to be going on green here. Green flag is back out, and single file restart, not a sight you usually see. We got some action back here behind Tyler Pluff, 29 of Mike Eames and Danny Rogers side by side, and we got some more action even farther back. It looks like the 28 of Christopher Lewis drifting up the track just a bit, and the 22 of Jeffrey Vandervoort was looking to make a move to the inside. A bunch of these drivers with rear end or front end damage back here. Let's see if anybody else, any action going on back here. Oh, we got a spin happening. Who's that? Steve McGaffey goes around on the backstretch, gets it corrected now, and continues on his way. We've got another car stuck over there. That's Tim No, as he tows it to pit lane. Let's go back and take a look. He'll hide the ticker. He gets on the brakes hard going down into turn 1. Losing control, can't quite regain control, and spearheads the end of pit wall, the back lane, or backstretch pit wall, causing significant damage to that car, and I think he was just actually wedged there, so he had to tow. I saw Steve McGaffey somehow get involved in that. He gets loose at the same time and actually slams the wall head on. Continues on his way, but I think the caution had already started from the 00. Let's go back alive and see what's happening up at the front of the field. Ken McCullough still your leader, as a few drivers potentially working down pit road. Nobody on pit road. Basically the entire field staying out. That's caution number 2 here tonight, and we are 12 laps in now, so a tenth of the way through. So as this field works their way under caution here in Martinsville, let's talk a little bit about this track. It's definitely one of the most historic tracks on the NASCAR circuit. Half-mile paperclip shaped track here in Martinsville, Virginia. Very rural area compared to some of the more metropolitan areas in Virginia, but still a good size business area, and right outside the Blue Ridge Mountains. It's a really beautiful area if you've never been there, and often provides some of the best racing in NASCAR. Some of the most exciting finishes have happened at that track, and consistently putting on great shows year in and out. So that's what we would expect out of the drivers here tonight, as the pace car's lights are off. A 00 of Tim No back on his way, trying to beat the pace car out of pit road. We'll see if he can, and he'll pull out, and hopefully he may just get an EOL if he didn't beat the pace car, but it looks like he did, and he's going to catch back up to the tail end of the field. This pace car dives into pit road. Ken McCullough getting ready for that green flag to come back out, and we will be back underway. The 03 Budweiser Chevrolet gets on the gas hard. Josh Bonwell not going, and we've got contact in the wall back there, but Tyler Pluff making a move down to the inside of the 56. Even before the start-finish line, but it looked like 56 kind of gave him the lane, maybe knowing that Tyler's on his way to the front, and we got another caution back out. And I can't see what happened exactly. Let me jump to the back of the pack here, and let's go take a look. Trying to see what happened here. We're at the back of the pack. And the 36 goes around, gets slammed into by the 38, so Stephen Fogel, let's go take a look. He dives in, 14 gets into him. The 14, I'm trying to see who that is. That's Toaster Strudel. Diving down in there into the turn and taking a car with him. That's not going to make any drivers very happy, but that brings out our third caution of the night. Ken McCullough still your leader. Hasn't really had any challenge since we haven't had too many green flag laps. Let's take a look at the race summary. No lead changes 17 laps into this. We've had 3 cautions though. Luckily, the caution laps are very quick here, and we won't be sitting around for too long. We're going to step away for just a second, but we'll keep the screen up here, and we'll be right back before they go green. And the green flag came out while we weren't looking, but back under green, Ken McCullough Jr. still out in front. It looks like they're piling up on the back straightaway. They keep it together though, but a big breakaway up front. Kind of the tail end of that being Tyler Pluff, Josh Bonwell, and Danny Rogers. So we've got 6 cars out front, and then the nice gap back to Alan Westman, as we've got a few more cars kind of bunched up together behind him. Alan Westman, you see him coming into the picture here, and then Jerry Glenn leading this huge train of cars, including Jeffrey Vandervoort, Christopher Lewis, and Mike Eames. This goes all the way to the back of the pack. And back up front, Ken McCullough still hanging on to the lead. And the 83 of Travis Rucker works his way up into second place. The 42 of Chris McCullough trying to find his way up into the top 2, but he gets bumped out of the way. 56 of Josh Bonwell making a move to the inside now. Oh, and Chris gets loose on entry, holds on to it. You could see how squirrely that car got. So make a little bit of contact coming out of turn 4. 56 is gonna keep it stuck down on the inside line, and Christopher McCullough, oh, not getting a great run through 1 and 2, slams the wall coming out of turn 2, and that's gonna shuffle him back to 6th place. Tyler Pluff and Danny Rogers both make their way past. And we hear contact, not sure who that was. We're working through lap traffic. The 48 of Mike Downs. Heavy front end damage on that car, as he's just letting everybody by. He is 6 laps down, so really nothing to lose or gain at this point in the race. As McCullough stepping out now to an 0.8 of a second lead out in front of Travis Rucker, and then is about a second back to Josh Bonwell. You see some smoke, people locking up their brakes. And caution is out once more. I'm trying to figure out who it was. That looks like Jeremy Poole, possibly. Yep, 52 is around. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. Checking on board here with the 52, and we actually lose him here until he goes around, but he must have just lost it coming out of turn 4 and sitting on the front straightaway trying to get it spun around, and stops right in front of traffic, right in front of the leaders, as the 03 goes rolling past him. But that's what's going to bring out the most recent caution here tonight. That will trap the 52 a lap down, unless the leaders pit, which it does not look like they are going to. Ken McCullough, still your leader here tonight. His name is very long, so it overlaps a few things. We're gonna have to work on that, but he's led 29 laps, every single lap here so far, as we're a quarter of the way through this event. As the Lucky Dog making his way on by. Travis Rucker holding solidly onto 2nd position through everything that's happened. And coming into this race, your top 2 in points, currently sitting 3rd and 4th in the race here tonight. Tyler Pluff comes in as your points leader with a 9-point lead over Josh Bonwell. Lester Dietz in 3rd, Alec Conklin in 4th. Travis Rucker, currently scored in 2nd, is your 5th place points driver. And Chris McCullough, currently scored in 6th, is 6th in points. Ken McCullough, your leader, currently scored as he's tied for 9th with 2 other drivers. As the pace car lights are off, we will be getting the green flag here next time around. So battle for the points lead is on. Assuming Tyler Pluff doesn't have any major issues here and finishes around where he's been running all night, he shouldn't lose that points lead. So we will have to keep an eye on him and Josh Bonwell where they end up here tonight. Green flag is back out. The 03 gets him going once again, and we see Rogers, Danny Rogers, peeking to the inside of Tyler Pluff, not able to make it happen. The 42 gets shuffled to the outside line. Here comes the 98 of Jerry Glenn, trying to make the move to get up into the 6th position, but can't quite get there. Getting stacked up a bit, but still working that inside line. 42 trying to hang tough on the outside, but it's going to be tough sledding up there. Take a look at Mike Eames, one of our fastest drivers in practice and qualifying. Currently sitting in 8th, right behind these drivers. And he's going to peek down to the inside as the caution is out. Once more. Let's go take a look. I'm not seeing it, so let me go back and take a look. Do a little bit of investigating here. Back a couple laps, we'll see if anything happens up here. I'm not seeing it, so must have blinked out or something like that. Oh, there's a issue right there, right in front of the leaders. How did I miss it? Can't see what number that is. Yeah, I think it's tricky here with the field size that we've got. It's hard to get hold of some of these drivers as they kind of jump in and out of being shown. They lose them in the replays and things like that. So not sure exactly what the caution was. It looked like somebody went around on the front straightaway and the leaders able to slow up just in time. That's our 5th caution of the night here, as we are 38 laps into the event, so almost a third of the way through. You can see your top 10 there on the left side. Ken McCullough currently sitting in the lead. Josh Bonwell 2nd. Travis Rucker 3rd. Tyler Pluff in 4th. Danny Rogers 5th. Jerry Glenn here in 6th. Chris McCullough in 7th. Mike Eames in 8th. Clint Cox in 9th. And Chris Lewis currently rounding out your top 10 here in that number 28 K&N Camaro. That's actually a very nice paint scheme. So we take a look back up front. These guys working under caution, single file, and the leader does go on green tonight. They don't have a choice of when to go, so that kind of evens things out as well. Hopefully less issues with kind of jumping the start or getting run into throughout the pack. So Ken McCullough doing a good job. He's led every lap here tonight, but Josh Bonwell trying to get a win here and get that ever elusive trophy. With so many drivers here, that'd be quite the honor to grab one of those trophies. The 03 working his way out of turn 4. Green flag is out. And some tire spin from a couple drivers. 98 in the wall, and we've got a wreck happening already. That's Jerry Glenn going around. We had another driver farther back. Let's go take a quick look at the replay. So they were working out of turn 4. Oh, a little contact between the 42 and the 98. 98 slams the wall, hits the 8 car. And even more chaos farther back. I believe that was the 22 who also spun, Jeffrey Vandervoort. Let's go take a look. Oh, can't quite see who that was. 73 of Jeremy Crandall is who it was. He goes around and heavy contact. He tows it straight to the pits. Jerry Glenn still on track. He's going to have heavy damage on all 4 corners of that car. So not going to be competitive as he was running up in the top 10. Brings out our 6th caution of the night. And a couple of these drivers already starting to encroach on the 27 incident limit. Jeremy Crandall with 20 incidents. As it looks like he didn't tow. So he has 20 incident points. As well as David Santini here in the 32, 20 incident points. So a couple more hits for those guys and they're going to be done for. And we've got a few other drivers with at least 12, so not even halfway through the event. Some of these drivers cutting it pretty close on incident points. Ken McCullough with 0. Everyone in your top 5, 0 incident points, so these guys probably aren't in any kind of danger. Once again, you are watching a SimCast broadcast here tonight. We are live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And we appreciate you tuning in wherever you may be watching. We'll be bringing you more action here from the Ford Entertainment Group iRacing Flea Market Series throughout the rest of the season, bring you this exciting action. And we do have a big announcement coming up here in the next couple weeks, and we'll probably announce that at the next race that we'll be presenting. But some big changes coming here for SimCast, and you'll be able to access us a little bit more easily, and we'll be able to bring you even better content. So keep an eye out for that, and we thank you for tuning in to tonight's race. So we're working under caution here for the Ford Entertainment Group iRacing Flea Market Series. This is race number 5 at Martinsville, 120 lap race here tonight. And Ken McCullough has shown the way the entire time, as we've had 6 cautions already in this event. And the 34 working his way around the leaders. That is Brian Vaughn. I'm not sure if they're waving some of these guys back around. Quite tell what's going on. The 48 would be the next one in line to get a wave around, but it doesn't look like that's going to be what's happening here. We've got cars kind of jumping in and out of existence here on the server, but the 03 is your leader as they're working through turn 4. Green flag is back out, and 03 gets him going again. 12 makes a nice block down there, and I think made a little bit of contact with the 83 of Travis Rucker, or Travis just overran the turn. But either way, that's going to knock the 83 back to 5th place as we're side by side for 6th and 7th between Mike Eames and Chris McCullough, and back under caution. Looks like it involved Steve McGaffey possibly. Let's go take a look. And no, I believe it was the 98 involved in that one. He gets turned around. I don't know who that was that hit him. Couldn't see the other car. He blinked out. Possibly the 00. Yeah, the 00 making contact with the 98. And we've got cars just blinking all over the place, so. Issues there. But Ken McCullough still your leader as he blinks out temporarily. And that's going to be caution number 7. "51 laps into the event." Let's take a look at Ken McCullough and see, make sure he has led every lap, and he has 50 laps so far. Nobody's really had an opportunity to even attempt to make a pass. I don't think anyone in the top 10 has made a pit stop, just because we've only had about 10 green flag laps. So it'd be nice to see a long green flag run here, and hopefully these guys can kind of straighten things out and get some good racing going. But we are nearing halfway, so the race is moving along. It's nice about such a short track. The pace laps are also incredibly short. And this being only a 120 lap event, it's only a 60-mile race. So it's really not very far in the grand scheme of things. As the field works under another pace lap. Let's take a look at our track conditions. Track temp has gone up just a bit, probably from the drivers running around the track, especially at the slower speeds. I think the engine exhaust plus the cars being so close together bumps that track temp up just a bit. And as they get racing, that's probably just going to increase as the forces on the tires are going to generate more heat. Oh, and it's showing green flag back out. We must not have been live. The 03 in the lead. Josh Bonwell making a move down behind him. Tyler Pluff slips into 3rd place. And Bonwell, the closest competitor we've seen so far to Ken McCullough, not able to get the run coming out of turn 4, but within a half car length. And now starting to put pressure on the 03. And we hear some contact a bit farther back. Not sure where that's coming from, but no caution or anything. We've got some side-by-side action between the 01 of Robert Vormwald and the 21 of Matthew Lee. The 01 able to slide right on by. 21 drifts way up the track. And the 33 now peeking down the inside as we are under caution again. This time I think it's going to be at the back of the pack. And I can't see who it was. Let's go take a look. Yeah, we're not seeing it here on the replay at all, so not exactly sure what brought out that caution. Must have just been another quick spin. But it seems like whenever we try to go back and find the wreck, we're not able to catch back up with our leaders. There we go, just had to reload our cameras. And they're working once again. But we got a bunch of cars just kind of popping in and out of the server, it looks like. And I think it just has to do with the amount of cars in here and just not able to grab them as we're going back to look at the replay and find a new camera angle. But Ken McCullough still your leader. That was caution number 8. We are just about at halfway. I think they're coming across the line here to get lap number 60 started. And once again, this race brought to you by iRacing Flea Market. Great source for all your sim racing needs, whether they're used or new. Sim peripherals, PCs, whatever you could possibly need for getting going in sim racing. If you need to buy or sell, head over to iRacing Flea Market on Facebook and look for listings there, or post whatever you've got, your old equipment. If you're upgrading or downgrading, whatever you're doing, you'll find what you need over at iRacing Flea Market. So once again, want to shout out to them for sponsoring tonight's race and this series. This field working their way down into turn number 3. The 03, once again, going to be the one to get them going. Working through turn 4, waiting for that green flag to come out. And there it is. Comes out early this time. And Rogers down to the inside on Tyler Pluff. And almost 3 wide, almost contact, making their way down into turn number 1, but they all make it through. They sort it out. Everybody single file now up until about 10th place, where we got a battle between Quint Cox and Robert Vormwald. This is for 9th and 10th. As Quint Cox making a work up on the high side. Dives it down. On the inside, able to make the pass. As McCullough pulling away now. Tyler Pluff struggling back here in 3rd place. Not able to keep up with the 56 for the moment. As the 4 of Danny Rogers right on his bumper, peeking down to the inside. Can't get the run. Mike Eames following him. And Travis Rucker holding on here to 6th. So the top 6 contenders pretty much consistent throughout this race. Mike Eames has snuck up into the picture, though. And that's not really a surprise, as he was very fast in practice and qualifying. And we saw him running laps out here before with the test server. So definitely has a bit of practice in before tonight's race. McCullough still holding on to this lead. Bonwell trying to close the gap, but not able to do it at the moment. Everybody clean and green right now. Hopefully I don't speak too soon, but the field working their way out of turn 4. Now lap 67, and everybody's fairly strung out except for these two. Danny Rogers making the move on the inside. Tyler Pluff brushes the wall. Here comes Mike Eames down to the inside, and Eames going to take over 4th position. Pluff going to try and slide back in line in front of Travis Rucker, and he does. And back under caution once more. Oh, I can't see him. I believe it was the 98 possibly again. Let's go take a look. Oh, no, that's going to be the 9 of Brad Bothwell. Oh, 9 and 98. Okay, so the 9 going around. And that one's going to bring out our 9th caution of the night, I believe, although they were still racing at that point. So let's take a quick look here and see what our most recent incident was. Bunch of drivers with 4X incidents during that caution. Not exactly sure, so must have caught up more people than we'd seen. Looking at the 52 right now of Jeremy Poole. As he disappears. Oh, contact with the 69. So a second incident happened just down the road from that first one. And we missed it a bit just because the cars are jumping in and out, but finally a pretty decent green flag run. I think that was about 5 or 10 laps, so a bit of an improvement from where we were just the run before. Ken McCullough is still your leader. We're going to cut to a quick commercial break and be right back before these guys go green.
Alpha is 10,000
And field making their way towards the green flag once more. Pace car working his way down the backstretch. And about to dive to pit road, and he does. Makes the hard left turn down onto that tight pit road here in Martinsville. Ken McCullough Jr. still your leader. He's led every lap so far. Looking like he could lead every lap of this entire race. Gets a good jump. 56 of Bonwell right there with him. Peeks to the inside, not able to make the move. We got shuffling going on here in the top 10. Tyler Pluff, not a great run there in the center of 1 and 2, but holds on to it and holds on to 5th position. He's under pressure now, though, from Travis Rucker. Makes a bit of contact with the 12. And we've got contact between the 19, the 42, the 28. They all hold on to it, though. They keep it straight. And we're stacking up behind him a bit, though. The 33 and 21. '33 really dives it in there, gets into the 21 just a bit. Trying to get a big run here coming out of turn 2. Peeks to the inside and swipes the back bumper. Dives it down on in, though, and able to get to the inside. Looks like he's going to be able to make the pass here in the next couple turns. Ken McCullough, though, still under pressure from Josh Bonwell, but Ken has been able to stretch that lead out to about a half second at times and really maintain that. And he's doing the same thing right now. You can see him just kind of arcing out of the turn and getting a nice straight run off. And Bonwell, really nothing he can do with it at the moment, trying to conserve the tires, but he has had to fight his way forward after actually started second, but I believe he lost quite a bit of track position there in the middle part of the race, just from all the cautions in rapid succession, not able to be in the position he wanted to, and now works his way back up into second. But losing ground, and Mike Eames is closing in. Danny Rogers right there as well. And here goes Eames to the inside. Bonwell slow on the outside line, maybe just giving up the positions, knowing he doesn't have the speed, but dives down to the inside. See him on and off the throttle. See, he looks down low. Really defensive line down into turn 1. That's going to block the number 4 of Danny Rogers, who's under pressure now from Tyler Pluff. So these drivers starting to close back in on each other. Pluff gets a little bit of the curb, drifts up the track. Here comes Travis Rucker to the inside. Clint Cox not far behind. He's been making his way forward as well. Oh, we got spinning going on the front. That's the 32 of David Santini. That might just do it for him tonight. 24 incident points. He's still sitting on the front straightaway. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Coming out of turn 4, right next to the 81, makes contact. 81 goes around, hooks the 32, who slams into the wall. Kind of sitting there just down on the inside of the front straightaway. But Santini very close to disqualification here tonight. 24 incident points, and we've got multiple drivers over 20. So it could be close for some of these guys, as we've still got about 40 laps to go. And it's pretty tight conditions around here. That's caution number 10 here tonight at Martinsville. So kind of a race of attrition here, I think, is what it's going to end up being. We're going to see drivers disqualified before this thing is over. Also, drivers with too much damage to continue, as we are down to 23 on the lead lap, 27 on track out of the 38 that started. So we have lost a good portion of the drivers here, but still have quite a few remaining. Santini trying to beat the pace car out, but he is not going to do it. And that's going to give him an EOL. He's going to have to drop to the back unless he's just going straight back into pit road, which I would not blame him. The car has tons of damage. Ken McCullough Jr. has led every lap here tonight, and Mike Eames has slowly worked his way forward, one of the fastest drivers in practice and qualifying, now up to second place. And we'll see if he's got anything for the number 03, as Bonwell, who has been in second for a while now, really just has not been able to keep up. And I think it's just going to take a bit more pressure for a little bit longer to force a mistake out of the 03. He's been very smooth. Haven't seen any issues from him so far. Cole Johnson in the 33 Mellow Yellow Chevrolet has worked his way up inside the top 10. And haven't talked much about the 33. We've seen him battling with that 21, and I believe they will continue to battle, as they're right next to each other. Pace car diving off onto pit road, waiting on the 03 to get him going here once more. This will be the 11th time tonight. Green flag is out. 03 gets him going. They stack up just a bit, starting with Danny Rogers, the 83 peak to the inside, but that's actually going to cost him potentially, with Tyler Pluff working now to the outside. So Pluff trying to gain some of that track position he lost after hitting the curb, and really battling hard up on that high side, trying to make something happen. Eames making big moves on our leader here. That's the first pressure we've seen as he cuts back down right in front of the 56. And 56 not able to get a great run out of the turn there, actually catches the wall. You can see the damage on the right front fender, but the 29 trying to put pressure on the 03 and doing a good job of it right now. He's been the only one to stay this close for this long, and caution is back out. So that's going to end that shot. Let's take a look. And session, let's go take a look. Tim No, possibly. So 28 working down on the inside. Oh, makes contact. The 00 goes around. And Tommy Haynes, I think, also getting involved in this. It's going to be the number 17 you see up here on the outside. Maybe just nowhere to go during this whole incident. Oh, he gets in the wall. That's a separate incident. So that's not involved with the main caution, but we saw the incident. And let's see if anybody's been disqualified here tonight. Jeremy Crandall has been out of this thing for 31 laps, and he had 28 incident points, so he was the first one disqualified. Next one in line looking like David Santini, also Steve McGaffey, Jeremy Poole, and Jerry Glenn, all with over 20. Also Cole Johnson in that 33, we mentioned him just a minute ago. He is nearing that point as well with 20 incident points, so could be interesting. Also interesting that his name is not showing up on my ticker. We are working caution once more. Pace car lights are off. They're working their way down the backstretch. Going to be coming to 26 to go. Closing in on those last 20 laps of this race. Ken McCullough still your leader, but Mike Eames, you can see how hungry he is from that last run. He was right on the back bumper, almost made the move. Green flag is back out. Eames with a great jump, trying to get to the outside, can't quite get there. Tucks back in line behind the 03, and Bonwell was peeking around there too and decided to stay in line. As the top four. Oh, we've got contact going around, somebody going around back here. The 01 possibly going for a bit of a slide. Not sure where Tyler Pluff is. Oh, he went around. Let's go quickly take a look. Caution is out. I think it's involving all these drivers. The 01 of Vormwald hooking the 12, and that involves the 81, the 96, 98, 31. All those guys just getting held up big time. 117 trying to sneak the gap there, and he does. 12 hooks it back around. So Pluff, we mentioned how close it was in the points battle. He is your points leader coming in, but only 9 points ahead of Josh Bonwell, who currently sits third. And Tyler Pluff back in 23rd. So that's going to be enough of a swing for Bonwell to take the lead, if things continue as they do, or as they appear right now. So it's not over till it's over. We still got, we'll have a little bit less than 20 laps to go when we get the green flag, and hopefully we can kind of run it out from there, as Mike Eames definitely hungry to try and get that lead away. We haven't seen any other leaders here other than the 03 tonight. So Lucky Dog makes his way around. That will put I believe we have 24 on the lead lap, the last being Brett Beasley here in the 96. Pluff making his way onto pit road. Going to try and get some of that damage fixed, because he does have pretty heavy left front and rear end damage. He'll be the last driver on the lead lap. But he's got to be careful. Pace laps are fast here, and it's very easy to get trapped a lap down. And it may not matter too much to him at this point, as he would be the only one lap down and eligible for the Lucky Dog. But he's making his way off pit road. Pace car lights are off. McCullough will be the one to get them going once again. Working their way down the backstretch. Gonna be 19 to go. The green flag comes out. Mike Eames hungry here in second. Josh Bonwell trying to find his way back up towards that top spot as well. Currently sitting third. Danny Rogers going to try and make his way forward here in the closing laps. Green flag is back out. 03 on the way. 29 gets a great jump and actually able to get outside of the 03. This is the most pressure we've seen since the very start of the race, and Eames able to keep the throttle in it. Gets to the inside. Oh, almost gets in the back end of the 03. Very intense racing right there, and they keep it straight. Eames able to stay off of him somehow, and the 56 also able to stay off the 29. But this is tight racing up here at the front. But you can see the 03 starting to take a more defensive line down into the turn, and the 29 definitely had the inside position, but had to back out of it because there was no room left. 29 has closed the gap once more. Eames trying to get the win here. Looking for a trophy here in the Ford Entertainment Group iRacing Flea Market Series. So we're coming to, this will be 16 to go this time by. 29 loses a bit of ground. 03 of McCullough starting to stretch the lead back out. We've seen him about a half second in front. Oh, Bonwell slams the wall. And Danny Rogers able to close in because of that. And Bonwell's going to try and keep it going. That's heavy damage, maybe suspension damage even, to the right front of that car. And Eames, you can see how hard he's driving that car. You can see his hands working inside the cockpit there. Not able to close the gap anymore. He's pushing as hard as he can. And now that the pressure's off the 03 a bit, it seems like he has kind of smoothed things out, able to stretch the gap back up to half a second. Eames trying everything he can, just nothing really there for him. Not enough grip in the tires, as none of these drivers have pitted yet. And Danny Rogers peeking to the inside of Josh Bonwell there. That would be for third position and not able to make it happen. Bonwell really struggling though. You can see how that damage has affected his car. It's starting to get loose now as he's overdriving just a bit, trying to make up the ground that he's lost. And it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Let's keep an eye on Tyler Pluff as well if he's still out here. Worked his way up to 20th, but quite a ways up to David Santini in 19th. And we already mentioned Santini's very close to being a DQ'd, but might survive this thing with only about 10 to go. The 03 working to the inside of the 48 now. And here comes the 29 of Eames working his way underneath. Able to clear him perfectly fine. Bonwell working down in the inside. 48 keeping himself out of the way. Respectful of the battle that's going on at the front of the pack. It's going to be 10 to go now. The 03 of Ken McCullough pulling away 0.6 of a second now. Eames doing everything he can to try and close that gap back up, and caution is out. Oh, and that's going to give the 29 a bit of damage. Let's go back and take a look at that. Just a bit of contact there. That's the 9 of Brad Bothwell going around. Going through 3 and 4 here. You see the 00 making contact. That's probably the 4th or 5th incident that 00 has been caught up in here tonight. So 9 holds the brake, which is what you're supposed to do. And just a little bit of contact with Mikey Eames. Hopefully not enough to damage the car. But the 9 just waiting to go back around, and he actually looks like he's on pit road. Maybe going to call it a night here. And I think this is only going to allow for Mike Eames to get one more shot, but it does close that gap that he had lost to the 03 of McCullough. See if Bonwell makes any moves here going down into turn 1 as well. But it's going to be interesting to see how this one ends up. Let's take a quick look at our race summary. No lead changes as the 03 has led the entire time, but 13 cautions here in this event. Been a pretty messy one, but we still have 21 on the lead lap. Tyler Pluff now back up into 19th position, probably going to look for a few more spots. Now that he is caught back up to the field, we'll see what he can do. And any driver on the lead lap is eligible for the giveaway tonight. And about 15 minutes after the race on iRacing Flea Market Facebook page, they will be doing the random giveaway to the driver, one of the drivers here on the lead lap, and it's going to be either a headset, a gaming headset with microphone, or $25 in iRacing credits. So either way, pretty good prize to that random driver. And the winner of the race will be getting a trophy from MB Motorsports. You can get their custom trophies, $25 a piece, over at mbmsimracing.com/shop. Also offer some iFlags and a few other things over there. So go check out that website if you are looking for some cool 3D printed accessories, peripherals, or iRacing gear. They can provide you with a solution. As the 0-3 working his way down into turn 3, pace car is off. We're going to have 4 to go when we take the green flag here. Does Mike Eames have anything left in the tank to make the pass? Green flag is back out. 29 with a good jump goes to the outside. We'll see how hard he dives down into turn 1. Not able to dive down in enough. Caution back out though immediately, and that's going to end the race. Ken McCullough gonna be your winner here tonight. Let's go see what happened there and what caused that caution. Tyler Pluff somehow involved in it. I think this is still under the caution lap that we're taking a look at. We'll just try and see what happened here. Starting to work their way up to speed. We saw something happen. Oh, immediately Bluff in the wall, the 5 in the wall, and Santini. I think that was enough to DQ him here from this race. He was still on the lead lap, but that one incident is going to knock him out of the running here. As Ken McCullough going to be your winner. We're coming to the white flag right now. It's going to be Ken McCullough, Mike Eames, and Josh Bonwell, your top 3. And the checkered flag is out. Ken McCullough Jr. going to be your winner here tonight in that 03 Budweiser Chevy Camaro. Mike Eames in second, Josh Bonwell third. We're going to cut quickly to a commercial break, and we'll be right back. And tonight's winner here, it's going to be Ken McCullough Jr. Great run, leading every single lap here tonight. Really nobody could get to him here with so many cautions. It was just going to be tough to catch back up and make any type of attempt. We did see Mike Eames, who finished second here tonight, started 7th, really put on a good show and try and make a run there at Ken. not able to close in quite enough to get the lead. And Josh Bonwell finishing in third place. After starting in second, had a good shot at it a couple times here tonight, but not able to ultimately keep up the pace that he needed to stick with the 03, and just not able to get it done here tonight. But that's going to give him the points lead, I believe, by a top 3 finish. So a good run either way, and he should be happy about that. Let's go back to our winner here and quickly take a look at the results before we get out of here and thank our sponsors. No interviews here, as we don't have a Discord or TeamSpeak or anything set up yet, so the league is working on that, and we'll have interviews hopefully the next time that we come out and show one of these races. But let's quickly run through the race results and thank our sponsors, and we will get out of here. Ken McCullough Jr. Led every single lap of this race here tonight, taking home the win. Mike Eames, starting in second, also comes home second. Josh Bonwell in third. It's a little bit off for me. It's not showing the full results correctly. The starting position is not right, at least. But Rogers, that's going to be Danny Rogers in fourth. Travis Rucker, fifth. Chris McCullough in sixth. Clint Cox, seventh. Robert Vormwald, 8th, Matthew Lee, 9th, and Matthew Correa rounding out the top 10. Their names are not showing correctly, but that's where they finished. Outside of the top 10, we've got Tommy Haynes in 11th, Jeffrey Vandervoort in 12th, Ronnie Royal in 13th, Alan Westman in 14th, Cole Johnson 15th, Christopher Lewis 16th, Tyler Pluff 17th, Brett Beasley 18th, Timothy Bates 19th, Kenneth Sargent or Sagert 20th, Chad Ross 21st. David Santini, who got knocked out of this. These are actually all drivers who are more than one lap down, so none of these drivers will be eligible for the giveaway here tonight. Only the top 20 were all on the lead lap. So Santini 22nd, Tim No 23rd, Jeremy Poole 24th, Brad Bothwell 25th, 26th is Mike Downs, 27th, Steve McGaffey 28th, Jerry Glenn 29th, Stephen Fogel 30th is Jeremy Crandall, 31st is going to be Brian Vaughn, 32nd, David McCullough 33rd, is going to be Jeffrey Smith 34th, Doug Johnson, and 35th is going to be Braden Eames. And that's going to round out our field here tonight. Once again, your winner, Ken McCullough Jr., taking home the win after leading every single lap. So congrats again to Ken for that great victory, and dominating victory at that. And before we get out of here, we want to thank our sponsors for tonight's event. That's going to be iRacing Flea Market, so go check them out on Facebook. You should be able to find basically anything you need there for sim racing, whether it's pedals, wheels, computers, rigs. You can find anything new or used there that you'll need, so go check it out. And we will be doing the giveaway there in 15 minutes, so any drivers on the lead lap, that's going to be the top 20 finishers here tonight. Head over there to stay tuned for that live giveaway, and good luck to each and every one of you. And we want to also give a big shout out to Ford Entertainment Group for putting on this series and allowing us to provide the broadcast here for you tonight. So we want to give them a big shout out. This is race number 5. We've got a few more of these coming at you here throughout the rest of the season. So stay tuned for those, and they will be live on SimCast. Like I mentioned earlier, we've got a big announcement coming soon, but SimCast will be broadcasting on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So you can check us out at any of those media outlets, and we will be there with each and every one of these Ford Entertainment Group iRacing Flea Market races. Now that we've gotten things figured out as far as the race servers go, and hopefully we can bring you this exciting racing each and every time they come out. So we thank you all for tuning in to tonight's broadcast, and we wouldn't be here without you. So if you do enjoy the video, please like or subscribe to whatever channel or media outlet you are watching. We would really appreciate it. It helps keeps us going, and knows that you guys are out there enjoying the content. So thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, stay safe and have a good night.